Let's examine world population using a 3D globe. This illustrates several key concepts. One, that population or other data can be represented as a grid. In this case, you've got a grid of world population. Okay, the grid has approximately 110 kilometers resolution, so 110 by 110 kilometers is each one of those little squares. This activity also demonstrates the ability to filter data in a mapping package or system, like a geographic information system. It's very powerful and useful to be able to filter data. Sometimes you have too much data. If we filter data, sometimes we can see patterns and relationships better than the full data set. So in this case, as you can see, I'm filtering the data. Right now, I'm only looking at the higher population grid cells. So I'm seeing Rio de Janeiro, I'm seeing Southeast Asia, I'm seeing Equatorial Africa, the northeast coast of the United States, and so on. So as I adjust the filtering tool, I'm seeing more or less cells that meet the criteria of which the tool represents. There are many ways to filter data. This is a very nicely intuitive kind of a filtering tool with the slider capability that you've got here. Let's take a look at Australia. If you filter it on a certain population, most of the central part of Australia is actually disappears because the population is so low there. Taking a look at 56,290 persons per unit per grid cell, almost all of Australia is gone. It's very nicely half of the U.S. The eastern, more densely settled part is visible. The western, more sparsely settled part is completely gone. So again, looking at patterns with this tool allows you to visualize things rather quickly in terms of, in this case, world population. But remember, this could be any kind of data that you want to represent in a grid format, but also implementing a filtering tool so that your map users can look at specific subsets of the data is very powerful and very doable. The other thing this, of course, represents in a GIS is the ability to put data into 3D and visualizing things with the 3D globe. Not just because the 3D tools are there, but only do it if it adds value to your analysis. If the 3D helps you see things that the 2D maps do not show, by all means use them. Explore world population with this filtering tool in the 3D environment. Thanks.